Good evening, and welcome to the Crooked Billet Hallowell Learning Community. I am Kelli Sendel.
And I'm Steve Glaize.
And welcome to Back to School Night for grades K through 2.
So the first slide that you see here talks about what we call the portrait of a graduate. This was something that the school district worked on last year in earnest for us to be able to look at the skills and competencies that we want for every child. And so some of the things that you see here are things like being passionate, being lifelong learners, global citizens, and innovative thinkers. Our job as a team and as a community is for us to come together so that we can ensure that every child has the adequate access in order to achieve the goals that we have set. This is the mission that we have for every child.
And building on that mission, one of our goals at Crooked Billet Hallowell Learning Community is to build student leaders one child at a time. One program that we are excited about this year is our Be a Leader program, which will be kicking off next week with our Be a Leader Spirit Day. We're really excited about fostering social, emotional, and academic achievement amongst our students. And what you see here on this slide is more about the whole child. While academics are very important to us, we also focus on students being healthy, safe, engaged, supported, and challenged by all of the staff members here at CBH.
So we're next going to talk about student life and activities, and specifically the efforts by our Home and School Association. We are extremely fortunate to have such an active Home and School Association, and their mission is to enhance each child's school experience by helping to create positive atmospheres for learning. Our Home and School provides so much: financial assistance, organized social functions, and extracurricular programs. Our learning community would not be what it is were it not for the efforts of our Home and School. Thank you.
On this slide, you will see the names of our co-officers for our Home and School for this upcoming school year. Some of these ladies are in the cafeteria right now at a table set up where there are other tables, informational tables set up. Some of these ladies are at back to school night themselves. But please feel free to reach out to any of them with any questions you may have. Our HSA meetings are usually held on the second Thursday of each month. They begin at 7 p.m. You can check out the district calendar for exact dates. But our first meeting will be held on September 20th at 7 p.m. We have childcare available, so if that is a barrier for you to attend, you can bring your children. We will have somebody there to watch them while you attend the meeting. And our second meeting will be held on Thursday, October 11th. What you see here are a couple of upcoming HSA events that we have planned. HSA plans a number of assembly programs for us throughout the year, and our first couple of events that are scheduled are our Fall Family Hayride, which is scheduled for October 5th. That takes place off-site at Winding Brook Farm. And we have our Run for Education scheduled on November 2nd. Mr. Glaize will talk about that in an upcoming slide shortly. We also have other events planned, such as Holiday Shop, a New Year's Dance, the CBH LC 500, which for those of you that don't know what that is, that's similar to a Scouts Pinewood Derby, where families can build cars and race them. There's a family workshop night, and there's actually the night of the 500. We have a bingo night, we have a variety show, we have a spring carnival. We have a number of fun social events planned throughout the year, both during the school day, both after school, and afternoons and evenings and weekends. So we hope to see you at some of these events.
Our Home and School provides so much for our students and so much for our school. They help to ensure that we have adequate funding for field trips for all of our grade levels. They support service learning in the arts. They help us invest in technology. They purchase books for a program that we call Reading is Fundamental, RIF. Your students will actually receive books that they get to keep, and we make sure that they have them before they leave for the summer. Spirit Day sponsorships and our book fair coupons. They sponsor fifth grade activities like our picnic, yearbook, and t-shirts. They sponsor Reading Olympics with t-shirts, holiday gifts for all classrooms, student leadership team prizes, and so much more. One of the biggest fundraisers that we have is our Run for Education. The students will learn more about this on Friday of this week. And our Run for Education will take place on Friday, November 2nd. And our goal is to raise $25,000. The success of the program is based on connecting with sponsors in order to increase donations. And here's the best part. All of this is now done online and through social media tools. So you're going to get some information, and you are able to then share this out through Facebook posts or Twitter or Instagram or however you share information. And then people can log on and they can donate directly online. So students do not have to go from door to door, and you don't need to worry about their safety. And you can ensure that the things that you're going to send are to the people that you want to send them to. Again, our goal is $25,000.
We wanted to take just a moment to talk about some safe schools efforts that we have in place here at Crooked Billet Hallowell. Our job is to ensure the safety of all of our students. So as a school and as a district, we continue to develop avenues for sharing details of our building emergency plans. We coordinate and conduct monthly security drills, and we make necessary updates to our building plan. Some of the drills that we do include fire evacuation, lockdown and lockout, weather emergency, and shelter in place. In fact, we have our first emergency drill scheduled for tomorrow. Weather dependent, we are hoping for a fire evacuation drill. If it is rainy or the ground is too wet, we will be conducting a lockdown drill. Sometimes we announce these drills each month. Sometimes we conduct them unannounced just to practice what we would do in a real emergency. We also continue efforts with our school district initiative of Run, Hide, Fight. This is a protocol for safety drills. We are working on updating our plan. We will be providing training to teachers on Run, Hide, Fight, and we will communicate information about that to families once we establish that training and update our plan accordingly.
One of the other initiatives that we have that we're very excited about are our wellness initiatives and what we're calling our STEAM initiatives: science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. We've had a partnership with the Montgomery County Health Department, and we're continuing it this year. Early next month, we're going to have our Walk This Way Spirit Day in October. We're going to take all the students and we're going to walk from here to our local neighborhoods, and along the path, we're going to stop at different areas so that students can learn more about health and wellness and safety. Not only will the Montgomery County Health Department be there, but we're going to have the Horsham Streets Department, the Horsham Police Department, we're going to have the Horsham Athletic Club, and others who are partners with us who are going to be working on behalf of our children. We're very excited about that. In addition, we have our annual Go for the Greens event in March, and nutrition and the benefits of exercise education lessons that are going to be taught by a certified nutritionist. In addition to the things that I just mentioned, we are going to be looking at this year as an entire school district a program called Responsive Classroom. And in a moment, we're going to show a video that explains a little bit about Responsive Classroom. We know that the classroom teachers are going to tell you a little bit more about it. We also are continuing to work with our mindfulness initiatives so that we can work with our children so they can be better in tune with their own emotions, better in tune with their reactions, their actions. And so together, we're going to increase our social emotional learning. So let's take a moment right now and let's take a look at the Responsive Classroom video.
Every child deserves a warm, safe, and joyful learning environment, a place that supports them to take risks, to learn, and reach their full potential. That's the core principle of Responsive Classroom, which is now used in classrooms and schools across the country. Responsive Classroom is not a separate curriculum. Instead, it's an approach to teaching. It offers educators practices that they can use throughout the day to expand children's learning and create positive communities, both in the classroom and throughout the school. Responsive classroom techniques don't end at the classroom door. They can be used to build a positive school culture as well. 2 major studies concluded that the responsive classroom approach increases student engagement, improves academic achievement, decreases discipline problems, and leads to more high-quality teaching.
Responsive Classroom has helped me to become a better teacher, because I think it's totally changed my approach to how I interact with them. I noticed a change in my effectiveness as a teacher with morning meeting and with responsive classroom as a whole.
My favorite thing about the responsive classroom is that it works. I've seen it work as a classroom teacher. I've also seen it work as a building principal.
Everyone is invested in what we're doing for kids, and that's the power of school-wide responsive classroom.
Another exciting initiative that we would like to share with you is what we have going on with technology. At the end of the month, all of our students, all of our classrooms of grades 2 through 5 will be receiving Lenovo devices, one device for each student, which is called a one-to-one initiative. Students in grades 4 and 5, we anticipate students in those grades being able to bring those devices home with them each night, with students in grades 2 and 3 able to use them throughout the day in the classrooms. In grades K and 1, we will be placing a set of iPads in each of those classrooms for the students to use during the day. Once these devices have been received and inventoried and imaged, we will be sending out more information to parents about this initiative and what this will look like specifically for students in grades 4 and 5. We also have a robust Lego robotics program available to students in 4th and 5th grades. This fall, we're excited to offer the program to students in grade 5 for students that participated in it last year as 4th graders. And then in the spring, we'll open the program up to 4th and 5th graders for a more introduction to robotics. So we are very excited about technology and what that will look like, and what that will look like for students throughout the course of their school day.
So obviously one of our goals is the academic progress and achievement for all of our students. And so we're working very hard toward the creation of what we call project-based deeper learning experiences. We're pleased to further the teaching method of project-based learning, or PBL, and as a way to help students learn better. Projects help motivate students to gain knowledge, and they actually remember things longer because they have the chance to really apply their skills to authentic, personally relevant, real-world situations. We want our children to learn skills such as how to think critically, solve problems, work collaboratively in teams, and make presentations to one another, and outside our school as well. So teachers may be talking a little bit about this tonight, and throughout this year, especially as it relates to technology, we're going to really leverage the technology that students are going to have available so that education truly looks different, and we're going to engage our children and ensure that all children achieve to high levels.
Also related to academic progress is a continuing initiative that we have for our students called What I Need. And What I Need takes response to instruction and intervention, and also takes a multi-tiered system of targeted intervention and extension supports, which is a mouthful. And what that means is we look at students and we look at their strengths and we look at their needs, and we take the first few weeks of school to really assess where they are. We screen them, we have adults working with them one-on-one to really hone in on what their strengths and needs are. And to better meet their instructional needs, students will have a What I Need period built into their school day, which we call WIN, W-I-N, What I Need. And during this time, additional support personnel assist in each grade level classroom. The length of the school day remains the same. We just reconfigure the overall instructional day to account for this WIN period. And during WIN, students will be involved in a variety of engaging activities designed to target their skill areas as needed. We anticipate starting WIN during the second week of October, and we will be sending more information out to parents and families as we continue our beginning of the year benchmark assessments of students over the next couple of weeks. And a few reminders and notices. We have been sending out weekly email blasts with the link that you see up on the screen regarding volunteer clearances. A reminder that volunteer clearances and a volunteer badge is needed to come into classrooms and volunteer, to attend Halloween, holiday, Valentine's Day parties, etc. The volunteer badges are good for 5 years, so we highly recommend you get one and you'll be set for the next 5 years. The link can be found in our weekly email blasts, or you can reach out to one of us for more information. We have a number of information tables set up in the cafeteria this evening with different school and community groups that are represented, so please check out those tables before you leave this evening. And we also have a staff member from the district present in our computer lab, which is room 217, for any parents who may need assistance in signing up for our parent portal. So tonight would be a great opportunity to stop in room 217 to receive assistance with that as well. And lastly, we want to plug our CBHLC book club. We've been sending information out about that each week. We are going to be taking time this school year to discuss a book called Rethinking Grading. And we are really excited to get families and Mr. Glaize and I and staff members at the table to really dive deeper into this book and talk about what does grading look like in our school and what does grading look like for our children.
So on behalf of Ms. Sendel and all of the staff members here at the CBH Learning Community, we want to thank you for taking of your time to be with us here tonight, to learn more about our programs, to meet teachers, to really share time with one another. Please know that if you ever need us for anything, we are always here for you. You can email us, you can call us, just let us know how we can help. Teachers, it's all yours.